What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we have this super short EOTECH optic we're going to talk about. It is the Vudu 3-9x32 second focal plane optic. Now, two quick things I want to talk about this optic. One, you can get a version of this optic with the EOTECH pistol red dot mounted on top or on a 45-degree offset, however you like to run it. And I am fascinated by those type of setups. You have the quick one time on top, and you have the 3-9 optic. So many useful things you can do with it: night vision, hunting, self-defense. I love that type of setup, and that's the version I meant to order, and I think a lot of folks are gonna like that version. Second, I received several comments when I was posting reels and shorts on this optic about people complaining about the edge-to-edge clarity, and I wanted to address that. I spent a lot of time comparing this optic to other low power variable optics, premium, budget ones, different distances, different magnification levels, and I don't see this being any worse than any other high quality, low power variable optic. Pretty much all optics have some sort of distortion around the edges, just a little bit. This one is not bad at all. It looks really good. I don't know if those folks have their particular optic they got's not as good. Maybe it's an earlier model, maybe they're more picky than me. I don't know. For me, I think it looks pretty good. And just so you know, you can subscribe to the channel. If you think I deserve it, you click that button. Anyway, let's get into it. The mount that comes with it. Obviously, it's a Picatinny mount, 65 inch-pounds if you're mounting it up, just so you know. But the thing I want to mention, it's a mini ACOG mount. So if you have a mount you like, you want to swap it out, it's pretty dope. The overall length that I mentioned is only 6.8 inches. A lot of low power variable optics, especially when you get to like the 1-8, 1-10, whatever, those are typically 10-ish plus inches. So this is short, opens up a lot of capability. The weight is going to be 16 ounces, just so you know. In the back, the diopter is probably one of the smoothest diopters I've ever felt. Very, very smooth. Smooth, good range of adjustability. If you don't know, diopter is going to focus the reticle for your eyesight to make sure it's nice and crisp and clean. The magnification ring is also very smooth, little stiff, very, very smooth. It has roughly, I don't know, a 90-ish degree of throw. It comes with this small little speed lever on here. And again, it's 3-9 adjustment. The charts you see up here on the screen is going to break down the field of view and the eye relief at different distances. Obviously, both of those change at different distance and different magnification. So here's your chart. You can figure it out. I think it's acceptable for a 3-9, but what do you think? The reticle and glass clarity, I'm going to say they're both good. No issues for, again, it's a premium optic. I have a little higher expectation than a $300 optic, but I think they're both very good. It is made in Japan, so typically glass from Japan is very good. And I think it's worthy of the $1,000-ish price tag. Now, the reticle itself, it is called the HC1 reticle, and that's a second focal plane reticle. Now, what second focal plane reticle means is as you adjust the magnification ring, the reticle does not change size, but the holdovers and unders and all the other stuff we're going to talk about here in just a second only works, it's only fully accurate at max magnification. When you illuminate the reticle, the dot in the center will illuminate. One hash mark on the left, right, and above the dot illuminates, and then about 6 or 7 below the dot illuminates as well. The chart you see up here on the screen is EOTECH does a great job giving you information about windage and elevation and battery and reticle. Super helpful, all the different charts and information they give you. I love that. Most companies aren't as detailed. But on the screen is the different sizes of the reticle at different distances, and you can geek out. The only thing I really want to say is I think the reticle is very simple. I think it's still very useful and capable, whether you're going to use it for hunting or self-defense or whatever. It opens up a lot of different possibilities. Your windage and elevation, as you see here, the turrets are capped, so they are protected if that's your jam. Take the caps off, and each click is going to be a 1/4 MOA adjustment per click. Many optics are half. This one's a little bit more precise. Your elevation has a total of 90 MOA adjustments. Windage is a total of 40 MOA adjustments. As you see, they are labeled. One arrow shows you up and down. The other arrow shows you left and right, and they are resettable, and it's probably one of the easiest optics to reset. So what this means is you get your optic mounted up on your rifle, you get it zeroed in perfectly for your rifle, and then if you look, the numbers are small, so if you're old like me, it might be tough to see, but if you look close, there is a 0, there's numbers all the way around. You pick up the top of the turret. As you see, it lifts up very easily, and you spin it all the way back to 0. So if you are making adjustments on the fly and you want to know where your original 0 is, you reset it back to 0, you make your adjustments, and then pick it up, spin it, put it back on 0, and that's where you know when your original 0 is. The other thing is they are very, very tactile. Again, exactly what I would expect for premium optic. Once again, another great shot from EOTECH with a lot of good information. This breaks down the whatever distance you're going to sight it in, how much each click how much of adjustment it makes at each click. Words. Let's talk a little bit about the illumination in the battery. It takes a standard 2032, super easy to get. I love that they tell you that the battery lasts up to 300 hours. For some reason, very few people on low power variable optics tell you how long the battery lasts. They do on red dots, but they don't on optics for some reason. We all know optics don't last as long as red dots, but just tell me how long so I know. It is up to 300 hours, so that's great. It's one of the easier to take the battery door off. They just give you more to grab onto. And it's very smooth as well, but they give you more real estate. The battery cover is a little bigger, so it's easier to take that on and off. There is a total of 10 brightness adjustments. There is an off in between each 10, and it is daylight bright. It is pretty bright reticle. So if you're using it in very, very bright sunlight, I don't think that's going to be an issue. All right, testing. I haven't had this this optic very long. It's early and I need another cup of coffee. I haven't had this optic very long. This was a very quick, limited loaner from EOTECH for just a few weeks. So I usually try to put several hundred rounds, and I only put 200-300 rounds. So I'm sorry for that. I did my best, but time is limited. I brought it to the range 4 times, and I shot it all the way out to 300 yards, because in this awful state I live in, that is the longest range we have, and it was very, very easy to reach out to 300 yards with a 9x magnification and all those great holdovers. It was not very difficult. What I like to do at optics, I like to shoot the same drill over and over at different magnifications. I think it's just a good way to test the optic and make sure it's capable and see what it's like in the eye relief and eye box and all that different things at different magnifications. I also will do transitions at different magnifications, and then just plink, hit steel, pick up that, words again, I can't speak. Just a bunch of different plinking and shooting, low ready, high ready. That's what I was trying to say. And so I brought it to the range those several times, several hundred rounds. I had no issues, no problems. Exactly what I would expect with an EOTECH optic. I have higher expectations for an optic like this. It held 0, didn't have any problems. I had it on a beautiful Radian rifle, absolutely beautiful rifle, beautiful optic for a beautiful rifle, and I had no problems, no issues whatsoever in any way. All right, the biggest pro for me is going to be the size. It is a great size 3-9 optic. You have a lot of capabilities with a lot of options, capabilities with an optic like this, especially if you get the red dot on top. I am just fascinated with the 3-9 or the 2-10 with a red dot on top. I just really love that type of setup. I think the reticle is very simple, but also still very useful. I like the turret setup, how it's resettable, tactile, capped, all that stuff. It's good. I love all the information and the charts EOTECH gives you. I love all that information. Helps me make an educated decision and also learn the reticle and the optic a little bit easier as well. I think the reticle is very bright. I like the off positions in between. Now, I have nothing I would change on the reticle. I like it a lot. The only thing I would suggest to you is don't be an idiot like me and order the right one with the top dot. Unless you're strictly using it for hunting, maybe it doesn't make a difference. But I think most people, especially if it's going to be a self-defense type scenario, that top dot with the 3-9, if you're into night vision as well, what a great setup. Overall, again, I know 3-9 is very popular for hunting, but I love the idea of having the top dot for self-defense, especially if you're looking for, I like that either 10-inch gun or a 12-inch gun, and you want to make it more capable of reaching out with the 3-9 and you still have the top dot. I think that's a really cool setup for self-defense and a jack-of-all-trade type gun. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. You get the idea. I think you understand what I'm saying. Thank you to EOTECH. This is the first time EOTECH has ever supported my channel, so thank you to them. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, boys and girls, for watching. Again, if you think I deserve it, you can subscribe to the channel. My subs are way down, so I appreciate it. If you click that subscribe button, it helps me. I appreciate it. Santa appreciates it. Have a good day. Stay blessed.